So, quick update, guys, on what I've done so far with my DBXL and the Baja. I'm not going to be taking off the bodies on either one because it's just a bit too much work for me right now. I hurt my finger pretty bad at work last night. Doesn't look like much because I got it bandaged up, but where we deliver gas, we got these small manholes where the gas goes into, and they weigh about as much as a 25-pound plate, when you're lifting weights. And then on top of that, they go onto a metal ring with like these big teeth on them. So that manhole or little metal plate fell on my finger and pretty much wedged my nail and the tip of my finger between the manhole and the tooth or the teeth that go around the metal ring. So yeah, hurt like hell. I'll tell you what, pain was so bad I almost passed out. That's how bad it was. I got nauseous and everything, man. I was able to complete the job where I was at. It took me a lot longer than usual. I called my dispatch and told them what happened and said, hey, I'm done for the night, man. And right now I bandaged it up because it started bleeding again. I had to go to the hospital. They gave me Percocet, which didn't do anything for me. And then they put my finger to sleep with Novocaine, and with what looks kind of like a soldering iron, drilled a hole through my nail with heat to relieve pressure. So I guess that's why it's bleeding again. It's actually bleeding out of the hole that they drilled in my nail. So yeah, not fun. But all right, enough of that. Let's get on to the RC cars. Give me a second here, folks. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I'm gonna try and shine my flashlight on the areas that I've worked on. We'll start with the axle extenders that I've gotten. Yeah, well, you can kind of see it there. They're from DJI. 1-inch extenders, so I could put the Baja wheels on. I'm actually going to order 4 more of the white rims because they're discontinued, and wherever I can find them, I order them. I might put them on my Baja later on as well. So, got that. The TGN outer filter, which I'm trying to find something else to do with the intake. I was thinking maybe the 5T Turtle Racing metal box intake. Just not too sure, man. I don't know what to do with it exactly. So for now, I'll just keep it with the stock filter and that TGN outer filter on it, or pre-filter. Of course, I got to thank my wife for this one. She got me the Bartolone pipe, and she was actually going to order it in chrome. I told her, no, I actually like the raw look. I did polish it. I polished it with Mother's mag and aluminum polish. Then I hit it with Meguiar's compound and Meguiar's carnauba wax, just to protect it, because my RCs do stay on the balcony. So I don't want it to get rusty. I will be taking care of this pipe quite a bit to prevent it from getting rusty. But yeah, man, it was a pretty easy install. Not as easy as the SS pipe on the Baja, but it wasn't nothing out of this world, It's a nice fit. I'm gonna try and get some running video of it soon. There's a bracket. I wasn't too happy about drilling into the chassis, but it is what it is. Came out pretty good. You'll probably see some residue on the edge there. I was actually trying to use liquid nails so I wouldn't have to drill into the chassis, but didn't really work out. But yeah, got that. Of course, the DGI spare wheel mount. I keep taking it off and on, so it's getting a little bit beat up now, but whatever, man. It's an RC. The shocks. I did some stuff with the shocks, man. I can't remember what oil I put in there. I'll do an update video on that. But I did put thicker oil, so it doesn't really bottom out as much, but the rebound is horrible. When it's static, when it's just sitting here like this, you know, the rebound isn't that great. But when it's actually running and you look at it, it rebounds pretty well. But I'm going to go ahead and get the 20% more stiff springs from DDM. See how those work out. And if those don't work out, I might end up getting 4 shocks for the RCMK and putting them on here. Also got, let me sit down here real quick. The Barcelona Racing chassis braces, front and back. Of course, this is the back one. And the front one. You can kind of see it there on the DDM Racing top plate, which I got, also aluminum. Got it in blue. Let's see here. There we go. You can see the chassis brace right next to the tank. If anybody knows, man, where I can find aluminum servo arms for this thing, please let me know, because I'm having a hard time finding them. You know, FID, large scale RC, DDM, you know, pretty much the people that do make them, they're out of stock or they're discontinued. Why, I don't know. So that's about it on the DBXL for now. It's a pretty tough truck, man. I don't really see myself doing much of anything else to it. Maybe changing the wrap on it one day. But I'm kind of digging the whole Red Bull thing right now, so I'm going to leave it like that. You know, thicker oils in the diffs. I'm definitely going with that. Thanks to Baja. You know, Baja is like a fifth scale king. So I've learned a lot from him. You know, I've been in RC since 1994, and it was basically 110, 1/8 scale. I've been in 1/5. This will be going on my 4th year. So November of 2014, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, this is going on my 4th year, being in 5th scale. This was my first one. Got it back in 2014, November of 2014. And I really just left it stock until about November of 2017 when I started looking at Baja's YouTube channel. And that kind of motivated me to get cracking with the mods, man, you know. He knows his stuff, man, and he's really good at what he does. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to be pretty much done with the DBXL, except for maybe the springs and changing the diff fluid. And that's it on that one, you know. If anybody knows anything that I can do with the intake, I'm all ears. Now, on to the Baja. This has quite a few mods. It's going to have quite a few more to come. I want to say a couple of weeks ago when I actually took video of it by the lake, I had gone and, oh, wait a minute, there we go. I had gone and turned it on, and for some reason, I wasn't getting steering. Like, what the hell? So, figured out it was the actual steering servo itself that went out. You know, it was the stock servo after a good 3 years of use. I mean, hell, it was about time, I guess. So, went ahead and got Savo or Savox servo. Um, from my local hobby shop, surprisingly, they actually had it without having to order anything, you know? So that was nice. Went ahead and got the Full Force RC brass fuel fittings. I bought a new grommet from Roven RC because, again, no one sells the grommet by itself except for Roven. The fuel lines, clear fuel lines, red is for the intake and blue is for the return line. Got those off of DDM. Turtle Racing shock tower supports off of DDM. Nice, huh? The SS pipe I actually got from oh crap, what's the name of the website, man? Dollar Hobbies. Dollar Hobbies, man, they sell stock stuff. You know, stock equipment, replacement stock equipment, dirt cheap, dude. I got the pipe and header both for about, at that time, about 39 bucks altogether. I mean, hell, you couldn't beat it. It was the whole setup, the manifold and the pipe, 39 bucks. Now, I did not like the whole spring, well, little door clamp style retainer that they had for the exhaust, which is this thing right here. The stock one has a body pin that you put through, and it's just crappy design. So I thought, because again I was looking in certain places and I just didn't think to look at DDM, but I actually went on Team Fast Eddie's website, and on the website they didn't have this available. I was like, oh man, well, DDM does, but I found out a little bit too late because I went ahead and ordered this off of Roven as well. And again, good price, and it does the same job, man. You know, it's held in there pretty nice, you know. The wing is aluminum carbon fiber from Integi, whatever, however you say it. I don't know exactly how to say it. The wheels are from King Motor. The wheel nuts are Joffer Racing. Oh, speaking of, let me put this flashlight down for a minute. I'm actually holding my tablet that I'm recording on with my bad hand, but let me kind of turn this sucker around. Got the Joffer RC skid plates on the bottom as well, on the DBXL. Forgot to mention that. Of course, they haven't been used yet because they don't have any scratches on them, but yeah, the battle scars are coming. They'll be coming. And again, back to the Baja. Of course, you know, K&N filter. You guys saw that in the last video. My local hobby shop, again, when I bought the servo, they asked me, are you interested in buying lights for the Baja? I said, no, not really. I've never really been a big person on lights. And he says, look, I got this one package left. I'll just give them to you. Well, hell, am I going to turn down free? Hell no. So I grabbed them, put them on, and they're pretty damn nice. They're pretty bright. Matter of fact, give me a second, guys. I'll be back. I'm going to go ahead and turn these things on. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Had to go and get the remote controller for the Baja. I already have it on. Let me go ahead and turn this on because I don't have an on-off switch for the lights yet, but I will be getting one. Look at that, huh? Pretty cool. And another nice thing about these headlights, they came with a little box that you plug them into, and that box detects when the battery's getting low. So when the battery starts to get low, the lights start flashing. It's pretty cool. I think it's set, I think 4.8 they'll start flashing at 4.6 volts or something like that. So I'm going to be getting a more powerful battery, humpback. I'm not really into lipos. Photogel talks really good things about the lifeys, but I don't want to go ahead and buy a new charger either. So I'm still with the nickel hydride, man. You know, 6 volts. They haven't failed me yet, so, and they're not going to set my house on fire. You know? So, yep, I'm going to buy a 5000 mAh nickel hydride humpback from Dynamite. And I'm going to buy a flat pack, I believe it's also 5000 mAh nickel hydride for the DBXL from Dynamite as well. But, yeah, man. And that Savo, the Savox or Savo Servo is pretty good, man. It's a lot stronger than the one I had, which has helped me a lot on the brakes. I went ahead and took the brakes apart, sanded down the disc a little so it'll have some more bite, but you know, with this little 23cc motor, that K&N filter and that pipe, and I don't want to toot my own horn, but some good tuning, this little 23cc is flying, man. It's buzzing. And when it comes to stopping this thing, not so good, you know? So with this servo, I'm actually able to stop this thing pretty well, man. I mean, yeah, it'll lock up and slide or whatever, but if you got good finger control, you'll be good. So that is the Savo Digital Servo SC-1256. Yeah, it's upside down, but yeah, man. The lights are nice. They're bright. So I think I might get some more lights in this thing. I'll see, man, about running this thing at night somewhere. You know, we got an abandoned golf course right by me that they're gonna start doing construction on and building some new residential homes and whatnot. So, you know, part of that abandoned golf course goes around our lake, and there's just nothing but land out there, you know? So we'll see. I know I've done more to this thing. I gotta buy some C-clips for the Baja. I lost the one back here, so I'll just go ahead and get a new C-clip. I might go to my local hobby shop later on today, even though the pain pills have got me a little drowsy, man, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow, I don't know. But, yep, DDM velocity stack in there. What's to come, Vertigo diff locker for the tranny. I want to lock the diffs up on this thing. I really don't want to do it with oil. I just want to lock them completely. Since it's not a four-wheel drive vehicle, I can get away with it, you know. So I want to get the diff locker on that. And see how it performs, man. I think I'll be able to do some sick drifts with it, you know. Yeah, drifting a two wheel is not the easiest thing, but I was able to do it with my RC10 GT and my Traxxas Jado 3.3, and that thing, the Jado had a 0.21 TM motor, RS4 header on it, Buku pipe, which was a nice pipe, man. But the Buku pipe, you know, a lot of people say it was gimmicky. You know, you gotta know how to tune the engine, man. You gotta know how to tune the pipe, and it was fucking sick. I put Jayco foams on it, and it was drifting nice with those foams, dude. You know, get a sweet drifting on that thing. But yeah. You know, these are on the dining room table. My wife will catch a freaking fit if she sees me with these things on the table. But I always do stuff when she's at work. And I cleaned up pretty good, so she never knows that the RC cars were up on here. You know, I don't know, man. I mean, the HPI radio has served me well. But again, if anybody has any better options out there, let me know. I mean, I wouldn't mind having one radio for both cars and maybe well, not maybe, definitely a third car that's coming on the way. I've narrowed it down to the 5T or the new Kraken short course truck, or yeah, short course truck that's coming out. So it's going to be one of those two. I'm really leaning towards the Kraken because it's just something different, but the HPI has amazing aftermarket. I mean, HPI, I'm sorry. The Losi 5T has amazing aftermarket support. So, I don't know. I don't know yet, man. I don't know yet, guys. But, yeah. Hats off to Botagel again for motivating me to start doing some stuff to my RC trucks, man. I want to say, give a shout out to, what is it? Our large, crap, I forgot his name. I'm forgetting everything today. Large scale RC Insanity for the giveaway that he's doing. That's a very noble thing to do. I told a friend of mine that I've been trying to get into the hobby about it. He really can't afford it right now. So I've actually let him use this one a few times when we've gone bashing out together. I let him drive my DBXL, and he loves it. And so I told him about the website. I told him yesterday, actually. So hopefully, or not the website, but I directed him to the YouTube video where he can sign up to win the 5T that homeboy's building. Hopefully he can get it, man. If not, I'll try and find a way to get him into it, or maybe buy a cheap Chinese for him and help him out with his first RC and go from there. I mean, the cheap Chinese stuff really isn't that cheap anymore as far as quality is concerned. They're actually pretty good. So yep, I think I've rambled on long enough. I know I got a few more things done to this thing. Hostile racing, axle boots. Damn it, man. I know there's more. I just can't remember.